Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Antho here, and I'm going to be showing you a little sneak peek of a build guide I'm going to be creating for, hopefully creating if I have enough time here, for my version of a ES-stack Ephemeral Edge Blade Trap Trickster. Now, this has been done by other people, and the general idea is basically the same, but my tree is a little bit different, gearing's a little bit different. For example, I go a lot of int. I go a ton of int and use Cyclopean Coil, which not a lot of other people do. Now this is just going to be a sneak peek, excuse me, leveling test, level 32 with just kind of a couple cheap uniques that you can probably get with level 32. 40, 45 at the most, you'll have these uniques. Let me see, I'm level 33, and this is like 1C, 1C, 1 alk, 1 alk, maybe 2 alks, and everything else is just utter garbage. And I'm at 2000 ES right now, so that's pretty damn good. I have not transitioned to CI yet. If I were to take CI, it would drop my ES, because I wouldn't be converting life to ES anymore from Ghost Writhe, because there'd be no life to convert from, because it would only be 1, which would drop your ES pool. But Ghost Writhe is essentially one of the highest, essentially the highest ES body armor for the level. And this can drop at level 11, so these should be available by the time you're 32. You drop at 32, so those should be available. If you're a little bit of a slower runner, I mean, there should be speed runners that are dropping these. You know, guys that are really fast at doing the campaign that are dropping these, and they should be on the market by the time you're like level 30 or 40. And maybe even earlier if you are a bit of a slow leveler. Crown of Thorns is level 1. It has like no level requirement if I'm not mistaken. And rolls up to 225 maximum energy shield on top of the base, so it goes up to like 235 maximum roll. Plus quality, which I haven't qualified it because I only dropped 5 armor scraps. I only have 5 armor scraps right now because I sold a few for wisdom scrolls. So this is basically a fresh leveling test. But I gave myself a couple alks to buy stuff with just for demonstration purposes. So basically, I ran this build last league. And I had about 14,000 ES. It would have had 15,000, but I quit the league when I was only level 89 on the character, mostly because I was just bored with the league. But this is kind of the tree. You're going to start as physical chaos, poison basically. You can start with 2 daggers in one slot and then a 2-handed sword in the other. So you're going to go 2-handed sword, or you can completely skip 2-handed sword and just go 2 daggers and use Volley, Chance to Poison, and Spectral Throw in one 3-link, and then Viper Strike, Poison, and Efficacy in another 3-link. And that should be good to level 12 where you can switch to Blade Trap. And Blade Trap, a lot of people underestimate Blade Trap. They say, oh, it's bad for leveling. It's like, no, it kind of rips, dude. It kind of rips enemies apart. Especially if you're going Chaos Poison in the beginning. Just make sure you upgrade your dagger, and then you gotta start with 2 daggers, then you switch to just 1 dagger and shield. But once you're level 12, you can just use Blade Trap, and then you can use a sword or a dagger, sword, claw, or dagger, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check Blade Trap real quick. Dagger, claw, or 1-handed sword. Yeah. So just use the vendor recipe, which is, of course, 1 rustic sash of varying quality. I was just doing just rare because it gives the highest % fizz. Just do all your essences, kill all the essences you get along the way. Make your rustic sash rare, and then vendor it with 1 blacksmith whetstone, the weapon, and the rustic sash, and you'll get like 50 to 65% or so physical on it, which will be able to carry you for quite a while. Which is what I did up until I am now level 33, and I actually have some ES gear, and I have over 2,000 ES, and then basically my Blade Trap is absolutely ripping things apart because it has, 400 and so flat lightning added to it. Now once again, this is not the fastest leveling build, but it's nice and consistent once you get your actual gear together, which is kind of, you know, normal gear. I picked lab and went one step ahead first because I don't like being chilled and frozen. I wish I had a single target example here like Comb or Duresso. Might add that in later in post. So yeah, it clears relatively well. The AoE is not that big, but it clears relatively well. So, and second lab, I would probably pick up Escape Artist and then go for a hybrid evasion chest, so ES plus evasion, or just really high evasion. Just check POB and try to find the highest ES chest. Do sort by maximum level when you're sorting the items in the items tab. Just sort by maximum, sort by player character level, and then just look for energy shield. But eventually you will swap back to Ghost Writhe when you go CI, and actually no, you don't want to use Ghost Writhe for CI. When you switch out of CI and go Course-Getting Elixir, once you have the Trader keys, once you have Trader from a Timeless Jewel. But before that, you'll be going CI. So basically, you're going to be going CI. No, it's not CI. You're going to be Course-Getting Elixir with Presence of Chiula and Ghost Writhe, and that should give you a lot of Chaos Res, and you only need a little bit of Chaos Res to cap. Presence of Chiula is 60% Chaos Res, and Ghost Writhe is 50% Chaos Res, so you're already at 50% positive Chaos Res even after Act 10. So you only need 25% Chaos Res after that, which is pretty easy to get. I got a Gorge Roll there. Not like that's worth anything. So I'm just going to swap to a single target example on like Comb or something. So I'm going to do that real quick, and peace. Okay, I'm at Comb now. See how the single target holds up. Pretty good. I say it's pretty damn good. Pretty darn good. Well, here's going to be a real DPS test. Let's put in Swift Assembly instead of Cluster Traps. Because Piety is pretty tanky. That's pretty freaking good. Especially for Piety. Piety is notoriously tanky, this version of her, for this point in the game. So, that's pretty damn good. And I have like 2C and a couple locks worth of gear here. So, I'm almost level 40, so I think you should be able to scrounge up somewhat of that. I mean, you can probably get a couple chaos just by selling 4 links. Like, for example, just this is a 4 link, this is 3 link, but just like 4 links, you can sell for 1 or 2 alks if they're low enough level. Sometimes people are stupid and don't check the item level requirement and will buy it anyway and not be able to use it, which isn't your problem. It was on them to check the level requirement. So yeah, just sell 4 links and you'll get probably enough alks to buy all of this by level like 35-ish or so. 40 maximum, and you'll be wrecking house by then. So, alright, peace. One final DPS test.
Anti-hero of hubris, and I very much enjoyed it. Now you and I will create the most nightmarish of finales together. We're going to make your death really powerless.
Rip Piety.
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
And that was a phase, insta phase. And with this much ES, you can. Now, so I'm doing an example. You can tank a lot of stuff because this is just so much EHP for this low of a level. Can't tank forever. Got like an ES regen, but why is this not on noise attack? Without moving. That's why it's been pretty janky. And Malachi is dead. That was incredibly easy. So yep, as said, build rips even early on.